Today on the right pour, we have something a little bit different. We're not going to be necessarily reviewing these bottles in front of us. We're going to see which one Lonnie likes better and if he can pick out which one is which.
Ah, yeah, I'm the guinea pig.
So I've already had these. I've already done this on my TikTok once. You might have seen the short here on YouTube as well, but we have the Tanager 2024 here and the 2025. So volume 1, volume 2. One's a 107 proof, one's a 108 proof. I got to verify that. Sorry, 106 proof and 107.5 proof, slightly off. So Lonnie, I know you've had 24. I think you've had 25, but you've never had them side by side.
It's been a while.
It's been
a while for any of them.
So I have mine. I'm going to be sipping here as well. His are truly blind. I have them written down on which one is which. So let's dive in and see which one he likes better and if he can pick out which one is first edition versus second edition. So I have my little note here so I can look, see which one you have. Okay. So I'm going to be sipping the same one with you based off the logo. So I have written down in mine short barrel 1233. You have Fainting Goat and a blank Glen. So let's dive in. Let me know what you think.
Okay, so Fainting Goat, just for Glenn, I got, and Bland, or I don't know, plain, blank. Yeah. So far, Fainting Goat has the best nose out of the two. So Fainting Goat has the best nose out of the two, so I'm going to go with blank on the palate first.
I'd disagree with you on the nose, but only by a little bit.
Damn, that's actually good.
So I did the same. You did the blank. I did my 1233 because those are the matching ones.
I really don't know how to describe it.
Is this your blank one?
The blank one.
Okay, so yeah, you haven't had the Fainting Goat.
I haven't had the Fainting Goat yet. I just like the nose best. But it's kind of, I don't know how to describe it. I don't know what the words to describe it, but it's what I like whenever I'm looking at something that would be like this, where it's like that balance of, I would say brown sugar, but like,
because it's definitely not a burnt brown sugar, but
no, like a roasted brown sugar.
I can agree with that. It has that like sweetness, that richness to it.
That's what I like, and also too, which is kind of ironic. This is a cigar blend.
Yes, both of them are cigar.
Both of them are cigar blends. And was back in the day whenever I was just learning it, my favorites, what I paired cigar blends was double oak. It was like Woodford double oak, and to me, it's like I really like the cigar blend.
Yep.
But
so these are not double oak, but the process. So for y'all that don't know, the way Nancy Fraley does this with Still Austin is that they slowly introduce water after the batch has been made and whatnot. They slowly introduce the water to proof it down. So they don't just crash it with a bunch of water. They do this whole process. I forget the name of it off the top of my head, that just little by little introduces it until they get it to the proof that they want. So on batch 1, they wanted that 106 proof. After a bunch of improvements, they decided on batch 2, they want to do a 107 proof. So on this one, you're not going to really notice a proof difference. I don't think you will. And I know that they're already working on batch number 3 or volume 3, whatever it is, doing the same process.
Now, is it the same as that mash bill?
As far as I know, it is, yes.
I can see the similarities between them.
Because you went to the Fainting Goat one now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me try mine. Similarities, but they're both different. For me, your Fainting Goat is a little spicier.
Beginning and towards the end of the palate, yeah, I can see that.
But only by a little bit. For me, at least.
I'm trying to figure out the difference between them. This one's got more bolder complexity flavors to it. This one has more of those, like you'd say, spicier flavors, but it's not beating a drum of the same stuff we've been talking about lately, but it's more of those baking spices that I'm getting off of it, brown sugary, which, I mean, kind of the last videos we posted, that's kind of what we've been eating, under the realm of what we've been, filming.
That is also one of the main flavors of a bourbon is
yeah. Well, like, so the first one, I kind of got that, like, the heart effect of like, yes, I really like this, and this is kind of that bourbony aspect that I like of it. Where the second one, it's kind of all over the place. initial take. Faint and gut, I like the nose better. Bland, I liked palate better.
Okay.
So I'm divided between the two. I'm gonna go back through them, and I'm trying to at the same time try to figure out which one I like best, and then also I'm trying to narrow down which one I think is which.
Yeah, because
So
I'm
it's
curious.
kind of like a dual blind
It
of
is
figuring it
because I'm
out.
curious on which one you like more, but I'm curious to mostly curious to see if you can pick out which one is which. Now, if I was doing this in a blind, to be honest with you, even though I'm the one who owns these bottles, and as you can see, have drank down plenty of them in
They're
both of them,
equal.
they're pretty equal. That is true. Um, but yeah, being the one I'm the one, I don't even know if I could pick it out. Maybe if I really put my mind to it, but it is hard because they have a lot of similarities at the same time, in my opinion. But they all are at the same time. There's like one or two notes to me that are drastically different.
To me, right off, bland has a more consistent ride in the flavor profile.
Okay,
It's got a consistent ride in terms of like it peaks out on the flavor and it like continues with it. Let me go back to fainting goat.
so as you sip on that one. So what you're saying here is your blank blend, that one, as the flavors change, it's a continuation through them. It doesn't have like the roller coaster dip.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
It's a continuation. So with the fainting goat, I get that the flavor that I like of the this one.
Hmm.
I get that flavor profile that I like, which is consistent with what we're getting out of it, the same mash bill. But then it drops down in the palate,
Hmm.
and it comes back with a rush of like spicy bacon spice flavors, which is good. Which also too, I'm liking the first one better. I'm liking the blank better right off the rip because of two things, which I can argue both factors. Now,
Okay.
from a cigar blend standpoint, so with this one, the ride, the consistency ride, I like that in a cigar because you're getting that on every draw, every sip. You know, it's consistent with it. But with the blank one, I think it would be better with more of you're teaching me more of the cigar stuff. I think it would be better more with a more balanced kind of spicier cigar because this one doesn't have the spice. On the opposite side, I feel like this one that's got the more spice on the back end will kind of be like the climax of the pour, and
Hmm.
when you're trying it with a cigar, will blend better with a sweeter cigar because it kind of balances that flavors down.
Now, I would argue that your this one right here, your Fanny Goat Glen. I think I would argue too that that one, not just like a sweeter cigar, but more of a darker cigar
Mm-hmm.
that has a lot more rich chocolate.
Chocolate, well, then that's what I like.
And I think it
So,
would kind of the spiciness would kind of split it. So like take
mhm,
away the sweet and take and then put in bold.
mhm.
Whereas like this, I think this your blank Glen. I almost spilled which one it was. I think your blank Glen here
Don't do
will
that.
right. I think that one would pair with a more robust version of cigars. You know, it would be a little bit more balanced for a broader range. Where I think the Faded Goat one would be very specific to types of cigars. If that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, and that's kind of what I was getting at, was
Yeah,
that same thing. Like, this one is like a overall.
you could throw it with anything and it'll be good.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it's good without it, it's good with it, and
Yeah.
which I never had, we're doing that later, but, I'm having one of these with a cigar.
Oh,
I've
absolutely.
never had one. I've never had an actual cigar blend with, well, no, I take that back. I've had a Joseph Magnus cigar blend with a cigar.
Mhm.
All the other ones, though, I've never had one before.
So most of my cigar blends that I have here, except for the hazmat up here for a different day, I've had with a cigar. So I kind of and not plenty of them, just like one cigar, maybe two out of these pours here for each bottle. But it is enjoyable to kind of play with it. But I also want to drink it down. I usually drink it down. So personally, let me know what y'all do in the comments below. I personally drink it down to about the label before I pair it with a cigar because I want to get the fresh pop, see what it's like, enjoy it. Then I want to let it air out for a little bit. And then I want to like really explore it on like a third pour and really say, okay, like what would this go with for a cigar that fits my palate? Because I know to me, not to drag this on too long, I think for me, a cigar blend is different than what a lot of people say.
He is really good about pairing those, which, like you said, not wanting to drag it out, but, since we're on that, I do wanna bring it I wanna ask you a question, and you're hinting at it, so
Okay.
I wanna go off because I know where you're hitting at is.
Okay.
Do you think that cigar blends are actually fit for most cigars, or do you think that some of these regular base, I wouldn't say base models, but other stuff like you're teaching me that, and he legitimately is teaching me that on me and him of how you pair some of this stuff with a cigar. What do you think is like? Do you feel like some of them like they're categorized as this is a cigar blend? That's where it's at.
Yep.
As for me, the other one you got down at Delarican,
Mhm.
I really, really like that just I love that as just a pour itself. Other
Yep.
people may not like it, but me, I like it. Where do you rank, like, how do you feel like, in your opinion, of breaking that down of like between cigar blends? Don't just categorize them as cigar blends. They're only fit for a cigar and they're not fit for just a pour by themselves.
So I don't know what the industry is classifying a cigar blend as or whatever, but for me, I want a cigar blend to okay. From what I understand, a lot of people are having their cigar blends are to match the cigar. And I don't think that should be the case. I think the cigar should count, or I think the bourbon or whiskey should counteract but complement the cigar at the same time. So if you have a very spicy cigar, I would prefer personally to have, and a lot of people that I've talked to and showed this, like you, have kind of agreed with me on this one. And that's just by chance. Like I'm not trying to influence anyone here, but I think your cigar blend should counteract but balance with the cigar. So if you have a spicy cigar,
It makes a good argument.
if you have a sweeter bourbon, you're not getting that continuing spice that's going to overwhelm your palate constantly. Is that you have a nice spicy cigar, you smoke it a little bit, you have a sweeter bourbon, it kind of cuts it down, mellows the palate back, and then you go back to this to spiciness again. Now, if you have a nice robust cigar that's a little bit more chocolatey, or maybe a spicier one, or I mean a less spicier one, a little bit sweeter, and there's plenty of cigars out there that are flavored, that are really good. Like I think Acid has like a sweet tea flavored cigar that is like absolutely incredible for no reason whatsoever.
Ain't fair.
Like it's actually really good as like an easy, quick smoker. And I know a lot of people are probably gonna give me flack for that, but it's actually really good. But like when you have a nice sweet one like that, like going to a spicier bourbon at that point, at the same time, like kind of counteracts it and brings that palate back. So it kind of, gives you a good balance. Cause I don't think having a bourbon and a cigar or a whiskey and a cigar that are on the same plane, I think to me that overwhelms it. And I think that makes the experience less enjoyable when you're sitting down trying to have a conversation and just enjoy the time. Because some cigars you can smoke for 2 hours. No joke, right? We know
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah.
it's like you're sitting there for 2 hours having a conversation with your buddies. You don't want to overwhelm your palate halfway through and be like, damn, this is just too much.
And then you're done for the night.
Yeah.
I mean that's that you that no, I never
Yeah.
thought about that like that,
And
because you
so,
are right, because if you burn out your you burn out your palate,
yeah.
the night's over with.
So I think, and what I've seen, without giving too much away of which one you might think is here, I think the cigar blends are changing over time to reflect that type of movement at the same time. Out of all the cigar blends I've tried, I think they are kind of, matching that movement. Hopefully I didn't give away which one's which.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Because the keen listener here may have figured that out.
I genuinely can't figure out which one I like best.
They're both great.
That like because I like the diversity between the two of them, because this one I really like it. I know what I'm getting.
Mhm.
I'm getting that every single time,
Yep.
like clockwork.
And it's not
But
that roller coaster. It's that
yeah,
nice smoothness.
yeah, that's what I'm liking. But with this one, I'm getting that right there. You know what I mean?
But is it overpowering?
No. It's
It's
not.
just
It's
just like
not.
it's
It's
just
not.
like a burst.
It's not overpowering. But you're gonna have to figure out. Which also too, it's a testament to it. You're gonna have to figure out which cigar you want to pair with it.
Mhm.
So then that's a game in its own self.
Because not every cigar pairs with every whiskey.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
You're gonna have to figure that out too. So like this one, like going into it, I'm like, I'm team this one right off the rip. Well, no, full transparency, I was like, this one has a better nose, but like off the palate, I love this one. I'm familiar with this one. I'm comfortable with this one
Mhm.
because I know what I'm getting. This one, I'm like, I can experiment with it. So it's like, you just got to buy both. Am I right? Fellas, tell your wife
Yeah,
that.
I
I
mean,
mean, you just got to have both.
you just gotta keep collecting as you go. I mean, that's what I did. I collected one and then the other.
Yeah. 100%. The good. So the basis of the argument is just get both.
Yeah.
But
And then get number 3 when it comes out at the end of November.
yeah, I'm excited for him to get it because he loves them and he's gonna get one.
Though one of these might be gone by then.
We save a little, so gonna save
We'll
two
we'll
pours.
try, right?
But
So, ultimately, which one are you favoring? Are you favoring your Fate and Goat Glen on your left or your Blight Glen on your right?
man, let me go another round. I'm
And now, in all fairness, for me, if I was doing this blind, it can go either way depending on the day, depending on
yeah. Well, that's the thing is though, it's kind of like so. Full honesty, it's like with this one, I know what I'm getting, and then when I'm sitting there, which I'm still learning cigars, I don't know that much about cigars. I'm learning more cigars. I'm learning more of the pipe tobacco. I do know the pipe tobacco when I smoke my pipe.
Yep.
Now, I do know that. Now, this one I'm grabbing just about every time for my pipe tobacco. But the experimental, like what I want to try to figure out and try to sit there and study on it, I'm going to grab this one. So I am like dead straight up locked between the two.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I can't figure out which is which. And then also too, I ain't even got the second factor of figuring out which one of these motherfuckers which one I gotta pick. So
That's gonna be the hard part.
yeah, that's gonna be the hard part. Whereas because like I thought going into it, I was like, I'm gonna figure out the one that's like which one is the one that's the most oxidized.
Mm-hmm.
Hell no, I can't figure it out
Yes.
that way because both.
So for the people that don't know, the Tanager Volume 1 first edition came out in 2024, and I got that one immediately, popped it. If not the day or two after, or whatever, like it was close. Basically, it was a fresh pop almost immediately.
Within the months, yeah,
It was within the week. It was definitely
Yeah.
within the week. Tanager 2025 Volume 2, I popped 4 days after purchase because my mom was able to go get it for me because it dropped on a fucking like Thursday for some odd reason in our area, so I couldn't get there for work. But I've had the Tanager Volume 1 open for a year before I got Volume 1. And as you can see, now they're about the same.
And full transparent, like full honesty, I can't tell the difference between two. Some of them we can, and we've done blinds like that before,
Yep.
where you can tell which one is which.
A little bit more accent. Like your Woodford Double Oaks.
That one, and then the 1792 Ball and Bond.
Yep, you could tell that they were, and they weren't bad. They were
They weren't bad. That's the thing that bottle had been open for like 3 years, and it was like holy shit.
You could just tell it was oxidized at that point, and not in a bad, like I said, not in a bad way, but you could tell that air has got to it and changed the profile more than you expected. But these ones, oxidation has held up pretty good. So 24 here has been open since November, late November, early December. I forgot when I got it, but it was about that time around the release of 24, this one of 25. So this one's been open for 6 months and a year and 6 months here.
I don't know, maybe even longer than that. We're 4 months.
That's crazy.
We're 4 months. We're almost 5 months into 2026, brother.
Yeah, but 6 months because end of November. So December. So
yeah.
almost 6.
Yeah, 6 months. Yeah, you're right.
And this was about the same time because they released it towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
So a year and 6 months, 6 months.
Yeah. I remember that you like hauled ass a Total Wine to get it. Mm-hmm. I remember that.
Yeah, because Volume 1 was released on a Saturday, like it should be, so that everyone has a chance to get it.
Yeah.
This one released on a Thursday, and I could not get to work.
Yeah.
Or I could not get away from work, and I was literally calling my mom up, and I was like, Mom, you got to do me a solid. I love you, Dad. Because she lives close to the Total Wild Myrtle Beach. I was like, Mom, please, for the love of God, go to Myrtle Beach.
You want to feel old? You got this 2 years ago. We've been together for 3 years now, going on 4.
Lordy, I can't believe it.
Damn straight.
Anyways,
but what's your favorite? You know what it is, but what's your favorite?
Taking the cigar blend out of it. Okay. Taking the cigar blend out of it, and for just sipping on without the cigar and all that shit, I'm gonna say your blank blend is my favorite.
Yep.
I like the flavor profile. Like I usually like the roller coasters, but I think this one is just so balanced, but also has like 4 or 5 different flavors that usually I'd say like, okay, that's a roller coaster ride, but I think it is a very consistent, nice transition through every single one. So you're getting a very complex pour that's super easy to sip on. That we're sitting here crushing them right now. That you could sip on on a very long process. And you can do like a 2-ounce pour and sip on it for an hour without batting an eye. You know what I mean? So I think that one, as much as not a roller coaster, it's a very complex one. But I'm also saying that your fainting goat Glen here is like that close behind it. It's you were splitting hairs in a way.
Yeah, damn it. We vary on a lot of stuff, but like we were getting closer and we're learning each other a lot more over the
Right?
years. I will say final conclusion because I want to wait. I want to leave a little bit in just that. I want to leave a little bit. Want to figure out what it is. I
Mhm.
still got to figure out what's what, but
Yep.
I will say overall pick would be Blank Glen
Okay.
because
Ooh.
of going off of so my reason why is because one, I can grab this bottle when I'm not having a cigar, and I like that ride. I
Mhm.
like what I'm getting and stuff like that of what it is, and that's what I'm getting at. Also, too, 90% of it, if I can find a bourbon that's going to go with my pipe tobacco, I'm going to take that because I can also pair that with my other stuff. Out of 70% of the cigars that I
Right.
go with,
And with your pipe tobacco, you're smoking that for like what, 15, 20 minutes?
yeah, give or
Yeah.
take. You know, and also too, normally I'll end up loading a couple bowls,
Yeah, but
but
it's you're not locked into sitting there for 2 hours
yeah,
or
yeah,
an hour and a half.
and this one is one of those that it's like it. I can take it as it is. I can enjoy this within 15 minutes.
Yep.
The other one, now, like you said, we're splitting hairs. The other one, that's my experimental bottle.
Fair.
That is my bottle that I know I'm headhunting cigars and also maybe even pop tobacco or whatever. I'm headhunting, trying to find something that is specifically going to highlight that bottle.
Right, so you're saying, "Hey, I have whatever." So the fading goat, you're saying, "I have this bottle here, right?
Mhm.
Here's the flavors I'm getting off of it," and you're going to a smoke shop and saying,
Yeah, yeah.
"What do you have that would complement it
Yeah,
or pair
yeah.
for it?"
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
and
yeah.
you're like, "Here's what I'm
I'm
looking for. I wanna get this out of the cigar," and they say, "Hey, you're getting this in the process."
yeah, yeah, I'm specifically headhunting with that one. I'm looking for a specific thing because I wanna compare and contrast that for that
Okay.
one. Like
So let me argue with you for a second here.
mhm.
Would you think that might be better because it makes you explore more?
I could see that, but
Playing
you
devil's advocate here, like,
yeah,
do you
yeah,
think having that experience means more than having the consistency?
I understand that, but going back to how I am, like, just me, I don't really gamble.
So you want the
Eh,
consistency,
but yeah, I want the
which
consistent
which isn't a
but
bad thing
but
in
which
this
well,
instance.
yeah, yeah, well, also too, I'm looking at the aspect of, like, I don't know, how much are like, how much
They're 150.
150 I'm spending $150, right?
Yep,
I spend $150, I'm looking at the bottle that it's the most diverse, that I can do the most with.
yep.
This one is the one that I can do the most diverse stuff with, but I will argue that $150 I will go after also from being able to experiment and explore and stuff with it. That's worth it in my opinion. That may not be for you, but I still like feel like I can explore with this one. Now, I'm the most comfortable with this one. I really, really like this one. Even like the moment it touched my palate, I love this one. It gives me that consistency of brown sugar, the bourbon that I want. But like I said, this one is where it's like you can experiment with it.
Yeah, it kinda allows you the exploration, a little
Yeah, yeah,
exploration.
you can do that with it. But I genuinely don't know which is which in it.
Okay, so
So
what are you locking in for your favorite?
yeah, I'm genuinely locking in
Blank
this
blend for the flavor.
blank gun for the overall aspect of it. Now, straight up cigar stuff, this one is experimental, and this is a 9.5. Like we're right there at it. Like you
So is this a 10-10 or is it a 9-7?
9.8.
Alright, so we know your favorite here is gonna be the blank blend and the fainting goat is your second. Now, what do you think? So we can wrap this up here. You have a little bit left. What do you think is which? Which one do you think is volume one? What do you think is volume two?
I genuinely don't know, but
But you need
I
to put a guess in.
volume 1, volume 2.
Wrong.
I'm opposite.
Yep. And I have them laid out left to right, left to right. Volume one is going to be your fainting goat. Volume two is going to be your blank glen. And just so we can prove it here, my little cheat sheet. There it is. Fainting Goat 24 blank 25.
Yeah, it is correct. Now, the only thing this did was genuinely make me want to see the third release.
Right.
Like,
So
like
so I think what Nancy Fraley and Still Austin learned is that, you know, the spiciness is good, it's great, the complexity, the roller coaster ride is good. But I think they kind of, in my personal opinion, I think what they have learned is that the sweetness, the consistency, and the balance for a variety of cigars is the way to go. And I think they're kind of going to lean on that for volume 3.
mm,
That's my opinion.
excited to see what they come out with. But also too, from a standpoint of Nancy Fraley and Still Austin, this bottle's been open for almost 2 years,
It's still
and
incredible.
it is incredible.
Ultimately, I gotta say, like, I think which one you like more comes down to, you know, a variety of things, like what your palate's like that day, what you're looking for out of said bourbon, out of said bottle, whatever it may be, out of said cigar blend. At the same time, like if you're picking up cigar blend, what are you looking for out of the cigar blend? I can argue with you all day long that I think a cigar blend needs to be a little bit more sweet, maybe a little bit more robust against different cigars. Some people say no, that cigar blend needs to match a handful of very specific cigars, so it's the same way every day. And hey, that's the palate, and that's
And
if that's what you think it should be, I 100% support you on that one.
well, also feeding off what you said. So cigar blend, I think also too on the opposite side, you said sweet.
Yep.
I feel like it needs to be a little bit more spicy. So then you can teeter totter between the two of the spicy and the sweet. So you have spicy cigars, which you got me more in the spicy cigars. You got me more in the spicy cigars. I will tell you that. I've been
I
hunting
I
them.
I prefer a spicy cigar over a spicy bourbon.
Yeah, yeah. Well, of course, but what I'm saying is I've been looking for more of that peppery, that more spicy aspect of it. But
Yep.
I can see what you're saying, and um, yeah, no, like the both of these two are straight up knock out of the
I
parks.
would love to see, to wrap this up, I'd love to see volume 3 be a solid combination of the 2.
Oh, that's going to be absolutely
That'd be
incredible.
I mean, I know we can make that. We could literally just do a 50-50 pour right here. You know what I mean? But, like, I think, like, if they can produce that, that'd be the way to go.
Yeah,
So, I'm glad you were able to pick out which one you liked more. I'm
yeah.
glad I was able to fool you, though,
Yeah, you did fool me.
a little bit on
Yeah,
that
yeah,
one.
you did fool me. Yeah, but so I hope that actually I hope the next one is not a blend of the 2. I hope it's something dramatically different, but
Yep.
also good at the same time that busts up the game and, you can still,
So what I can see from her Instagram, Nancy Fraley's, they have been working on this all year, so it should be incredible.
it's gonna be good.
It should be good. So let us know what you think down below. Would you prefer volume 2 or volume 1? I'd love to hear your feedback. Like, subscribe, share this. We'd love to see y'all come back. So until next time, cheers, y'all.